Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I made YouTube in a while, guys. I just want to ask, am I going good on YouTube? Like, not to brag, I'm not Mr. Beast or anything, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know, because I think YouTube really pop. I think YouTube. I do way better on TikTok, but YouTube kind of pops off here as well. But I just want to know. I just want to ask you guys, am I going good? Like, I just need something to keep it going. But that's not what we're here for today. What we're here for today is the State of Origin. Oh man, what a game that was. Okay, where do I begin? We'll begin before the game starts. We'll start with the game. Before the game starts, before the game starts, we've been in. Everyone's talking about this could be Billy Slater's final year. Dane Laurie, this will be his final year, win or lose. So then some rumors start coming out that Billy Slater might continue as Queensland coach for next year. Not too sure on that yet, because I don't know if we trust him, like we really do trust him. But the thing is that we gotta first find out what's happening with the Storm and Craig Bellamy, because if Craig Bellamy isn't going to do it next year, then I think the best option is to go with Billy Slater as Storm coach. But we'll just see what happens later on in the year. Now we move on to New South Wales' coach, Dane Laurie. There was rumours of him because he is one of the worstest coaches to coach Origin. So, Dane Laurie, a lot of people have said, like during the media, that he's not the best New South Wales coach, and I totally do agree with that. He's not the best, but he everyone's saying win, lose, he's going anyway. They're gonna sack him. Okay, fair enough. But then we move on to the game. Everyone's on. Everyone in Australia is intense, and I'm just saying, like, this is a whole wide thing because everywhere in the world is watching, like New York, New Zealand, like everywhere's watching it. Like all the Australians that are over in America, like still watching all the games and that, all the World Cup games, they get to watch it. But not even people that are from Australia even watch it sometimes because it's just a really big, because it's just a really big game. Like everyone loves State of Origin. It doesn't matter if you're even from this country, they still love it. But yeah, all the pubs were packed out. Caxton Street was lighting up like always. But we'll move on to the game. Both teams were strong. Jack Bostock had his debut. Bramman Best is back. This is Bramman Best's first. This is Bramman Best's second decider in. Like he didn't play the last decider. This is his second decider in at Suncorp, where he scored his first try. So we get to the game. Game kicks off. New South Wales have a lot of the ball at first on the attack, but then you have a look at New South Wales. They've brought back Liam Martin. They've dropped To'o for Jack Bostock. Like you got to think of that. But during the game, you could see New South Wales wanted it more. In New South Wales, like we had to wait about 15 15 or so minutes to get our first try, Nathan Cleary just grabs the ball and runs in. And of course, Mary Fowler. I don't think their season is on yet. So Mary Fowler came down and cheered Cleary on. But then, a couple of minutes later, Marky Mark goes down the wing. Like, the Queensland players can't even tackle. And look, they've tried to Cleary. That's just poor defence. And then, with 13 minutes left, Queensland let a third try in. They've let a third try in. Cam Murray, under the sticks, just reaches out and puts the ball down. But just before half time, so it's 18. It's 18-0. But just before half time, Hammer puts it in, and we're up. But Sam Walker misses his first kick of Origin. Man, our kicking was shocking this match, I should say. But we're going to half time. So, Tedesco knocked himself out. Right? Tedesco has knocked himself out. So, Brett McCoy had the ball. And it was a head clash. So, nothing bad. But then... And then after he put him down, he looked at him and went, yeah, come on. And then ran and then put his shoulder out. Which... you're allowed to do in footy. Like, you're allowed to put your shoulder out. But apparently that's a penalty. So New South Wales got a penalty because Brett McCall was just trying to fend off a tackle. You really think that I'm a fucking retard? That is fine. You're allowed to do that. If he's running and he's going like that, he's trying to fend off a player. I don't care if it's going to his head. You're allowed to do that. But anyway, it comes off, and Tedesco's failed his HIA, so Colo stays on. But it comes to that point where Ponga's now been hit in the head. He's had a Hudson Young elbow into the head. We've got calls going the wrong way. And then Munster goes up to Ashley Klein going, like, what's happening? But no, like, what are you doing, mate? Anyway, so the second half starts. Cobbo scores a try. Can I just say, after leaving Broncos, I'm going to sound like a fanboy, but I'm just saying, Cobbo has really improved from what he was last year. No, last year he was good. Last year the only reason they dropped him was because he wasn't going good at fullback. And they were like, alright, you're not playing good at fullback, mate, you can get off. Are you stupid? You're taking Cobbo off because he's not playing well. Like, you got to be some fucking retarded motherfucker for thinking that. But Dolphins pick him up, and look, he's been going brilliantly after Broncos. Like, Broncos are sad to let him go. And now look at Broncos. They are second last on the ladder. What a fucking some idiots. So Cobbo has really, he looks fit and healthy, and he looks ready to go this year. Like, at the start, it was a bit shaky, but he's really improved over time. But anyway, Cobbo scores an amazing try. That's why he got back into Queensland. He scores an amazing try, and Sam Walker comes off for a HIA. Then Walsh comes on. This is where it really started fucking up for us. Like, Walsh was making some decent runs though. I must say. Walsh was making some really good, decent runs, and he was actually going good. He was nearly breaking off tackles, but this is where it really killed it for us. Now, just a heads up, Telstra had a malfunction or something. I don't know what happened, but something happened with Telstra, and that had to impact the game because they have a bunker headquarters, but apparently they had the bunker like outside in a van calling all the things, but I don't know what to believe. But anyway, so it comes down to fifth tackle, right? The pass is going to Munster. Walsh jumps in front of Munster and goes, "I got this, don't worry." Kicks it cross field. Now, you can disagree with me on this, but I'm going to make a rant about this. Queensland tapped the ball back. Their fingers are pointing backwards. Their fingers are like this. They're pointing backwards. Bostock, on the other hand, his hands out like that. His fingers are facing forward. He touches the ball, saying it's a knock on. Because Queensland are knocking it back. Bostock's knocked it on. And then Best scores one of the greatest tries there is. They had a look. Even every commentator was saying it's touched by New South Wales. It would be a knock on and go back to Queensland, but no. Of course, the call had to go New South Wales way. Then we had Jojo Fafita crossover, which I thought was good. But then we had another try. Queensland did get another try. Got disallowed. I'm going like, how could this be disallowed? It looked fine, but you go to it and okay. Listen. He said Max Plath was offside. Max Plath had nothing to do with it. He had nothing to do with that try. He had nothing to impact on the game. Robert Toyer was not offside. Both of his feet were back. Robert Toyer, his feet were in front of the kicker. His feet were just behind the kicker. Max Plath was offside, not Robert Toyer. And they're saying Max Plath impacted the game. How? And then New South Wales got a penalty on nothing, which made it 26-12. And then straight on full time, like it's just bad defense from Queensland. They just let them pass the ball around them, and they're like, okay, wow, we'll take that. Then Bostock goes off for HIA. So they take off Ponga. They take off Ponga. Sam Walker comes back. Now Reece Walsh is still on the field. And then towards the end of the game, Munster comes onto the bench. And then Ponga comes back. And guess what? Reece Walsh is in that now 6-4. I could just slap their faces 1,000 times after that. But Hudson Young scored a brilliant try. Nearly everyone did the dry arrow celebration. So, and now, after the game, so this is a day after the game. Everyone's saying Nathan Cleary is going to be an immortal. Like, they've already said it. the NRL CEO has already said it. Nathan Cleary is going to be an immortal after he retires. Mate, he's not fucking like. He's not bloody Andrew Johns. He's not bloody Wally Lewis. This is. I'll tell you this. This is a fun fact. This is his first ever Origin decider. Every other time he's gone injured or he's lost the Origin decider. He's never won an Origin decider. So he's been injured, and he's lost to Queensland all the time. Like, and you want to give him an immortal for being injured every time in a final, and even everyone's saying he shouldn't have deserved the first man of the match. It should have been Ethan Strange that deserved that man of the match first. Then Nathan Cleary, he did play better in the third game. But now, yeah, so that's the first one. Nathan Cleary is now going to be an immortal when he retires. Like, Cameron Smith isn't even immortal. And Cameron Smith even said, we need to check on that bunker. That bunker is completely wrong. Next, Laurie Daly is stepping down. So Laurie Daly is done. So they're going to have to find someone else. Laurie Daly is done. Then, lastly, we had to have a vote if Brandon Best is one of the most underrated New South Wales players. Being a Queenslander, I reckon he is. Because he usually doesn't get in a lot. Every time he gets in, he shows why he should be picked every single time. But I'm telling you, every single time, they don't see something in him. Like, they saw something in him in 2024 and yesterday. Like, they see stuff in him. Come on. But that is it, guys, for my recap of Origin, the decider. Leave your likes and comments down below if you think my recap was true, and I'll see you guys next time. See you guys. Love you. Bye bye.